Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. So about a week or so ago, I had heard news trickling out that eBay was going to start offering a new bundling option to resellers online. And there was no exact rhyme or reason on who got to start it first and who didn't. But yesterday, the option to add bundling to my store popped up. I opened the eBay app and there this was. And I got super excited to be able to add this feature to my store. This feature is a lot like if you have a multiple quantity listing, like let's say my Creative Memories page protectors, where I had 50 of the same item. And so I just had one listing, but it gave me the option to say, hey, if you bought this many, you get this % off. If you buy this many, you get this % off. Well, now eBay has a feature where you can do that for your entire store to encourage shoppers to purchase more than one item from you. So I activated it, set up my percentages, and would you believe it? It's already worked. I've already had a bundle sale, and we'll show you that a little bit later on. First, we got to pack the other items that sold all by themselves. This is a roll of Kester soldering wire, and I got this at an estate sale, paid about 50 cents for it. It sold for $11. As you can see, quite a bit of it has already been used. Now, this is an item that I bought last year sometime, and it had just been hanging around, and I really didn't want to bother with listing it, although I really wanted to sell it. Well, I finally said I'm going to list it, and it sold in less than a month. This is a vintage 1970s hanging closet. It's like a squared off garment bag with wires inside of it. I'll show you a picture here. It just hangs from a rod in your closet. I paid $1 for it at an estate sale. It sold for $21.21. When I bought it, the lady's like, "You want that?" I was like, "Yep, sure do." She's like, "Oh, you can have that for $1." I was happy to take it. Now we have an item going out that I actually got for free. I went to an estate sale one day, and this was the bag they gave me to carry the stuff out of the sale in. And so I happened to look it up when I got it back to my storage unit, and it's a bolo. Shakespeare & Company apparently is a bookstore in Paris, and the bag is quite collectible. It sold for $28.65. You gotta love when free pays off. Next up, we have a candle topper going out, and it's designed to be used on top of like a Yankee Candle type jar, which this one actually is Yankee Candle brand. It's got these pretty little flowers on it. I paid 50 cents at a yard sale. It sold for $7.61. And then immediately after that one sold, this one sold. So I'm thinking maybe somebody was watching both of them. When they saw one sold, they went ahead and checked out with this one, because these were two different buyers. This one I got still on its card, never used, at an estate sale for $1. It sold for $12.71. Now we have a belt going out that I picked up at the bins, and at my bin store, if I remember to keep the belts separate from all the other crap that I pick up and don't have it weighed, they're 50 cents a piece. This one is one that I remembered to hold separate. Sometimes they just end up in your bag and you forget about them. This is a Quicksilver branded web belt, and it's got like these blue and gray stripes on it. It's got some wear to it, but still definitely usable. Nice heavy belt buckle. I paid 50 cents. It sold for $7. Definitely has a Y2K vibe to it. I remember kids in school would wear belts just like that when I was in high school, and that was quite some time ago. Now, another accessory we picked up at the bins is this hat. Hats I do pay for by weight, and hats are actually really lightweight, so this cost me about $0.25. Boston Red Sox Fenway Park collection, made by 47. It's obviously got some distressing and staining going on here, but that didn't keep it from selling. I paid $0.25. It sold for $9. And we have a few Annalise going out today. The first one is going to be a Christmas mouse, and I will be honest with you, this one is absolutely adorable. If I were to decorate with Annalise for Christmas, this one would most certainly make the cut. It is a little fat snowball mouse with his tiny little spectacles. So cute. He's a chonker. I love him. I paid $1 at an estate sale. He sold for $14.95. All right, this next item is something I found at a thrift store a very long time ago. Had to dig it out. It is a Raku pottery plate, and as you can see, it's made in Hawaii, signed by the artist on the back. Gorgeous plate. Actually, it's kind of more like a bowl. Could really be either, but beautiful sea turtles on it. I paid $1.99 at my Goodwill. It finally sold for $21, but that's probably one of my older listings in the store. Actually surprised it took so long to sell. Now, this was a fairly recent pickup. I know I got it at a yard sale this year, and because of the brand, Herschel, and the person knew what they paid for it, I paid up a little bit more. It is a little lunchbox that I paid $2 for, and it sold for $16.95. I have sold Herschel book bags for really good money in the past. It's a nice quality brand. Now we have some placemats heading out, and let's hope I can reach them without getting my step stool. They should be easy to spot. Here they are. Of course they're easy to spot. They're bright orange and yellow. These were also an estate sale pickup, and there are 4 in here. As you can see, they're kind of oval shaped, just plain yellow trimmed with orange, but definitely got that 70s vibe. Paid $1, they sold for $11. All right, now we have another Annalee doll going out, and this one surprised me it took so long to sell because he's kind of been on display on my shelf here, and he's one of the few items I have that you could really display all year round. He's not necessarily seasonal. But this little Dalmatian puppy playing with the Frisbee finally is heading out. I paid $1, he sold for $14. Now this next item is kind of a fun pickup. I just had an instinct when I saw this at the yard sale. It was at a yard sale to look it up, and it's like this construction plate with these little construction workers, bulldozers and stuff like that, literally designed to make kids play with their food, which I absolutely love. I paid $1 for this set of 4, and it sold for $10. Now on my last trip to the bins, which guys, it's been a while. I haven't been to the bins in like a month. I'm starting to kind of twitch from it. I picked up a bunch of little toy figures, and there were a lot of cats and a lot of dogs. So I lotted them up. The cats sold very quickly, and now this whole bag of dog little toy figurines finally sold. Paid about 50 cents. They sold for $7.95. Now I've got to climb up there and get something out of one of my Christmas boxes. I really didn't know which one this was in. This is a lot of 9 different vinyl Christmas drink coasters. Found them at the bins. Couldn't have cost me more than 25 cents by weight. They sold for $6.76 and have been listed forever, so I'm happy to see them go. We also have a patch going out today, and you guys have definitely seen me sell this before. These are not necessarily a fast seller, but just kind of steadily making me money now. I paid $1 a piece for a bunch of these at an estate sale down in Florida, and it sold for $10.16. Now, this next item I learned about by listening to a reseller podcast. Some ladies were having a discussion about things that sell well for them, and they brought this item up. And when I saw it in a estate sale, I definitely picked it up for $2. This is an ironing ham, and it sold for $19.95. I guess people who make their own clothes or tailors, things like that, use those to iron in certain shapes. This little Siamese cat clip I got at the bins for your hair. Paid $1/4 by weight, it sold for $7. And I mentioned Creative Memories earlier, and we had a Creative Memory sale going out. This time it is an album, this burgundy album here with the little gold trim. We are actually starting to run low on albums, which is a great thing. I paid $1/4 at an estate sale for it. It sold for $29.95. That's something I'd like to restock up on, find another one of those sales. Next up, we have a beautiful relief embossed copper wall plate. You'd hang it on your wall, and this actually came from the same estate sale that they gave me that bag right there as my shopping bag. I paid $1 for this little wall decoration. It sold for $15.95. All right, now it's time to talk bundles. So eBay gave me the option to set up a bundle, and I had my first buyer reach out to me about it and made a purchase with it. So the first item that they got is this word rummy game. It's like a card game, definitely vintage from 1980, and it's got all the parts and cards inside. That's the first item they picked up, but apparently they have a thing for playing cards because they ended up buying 6 things from me total. It's gonna take me a second to dig them out here because I'm really gonna have to hunt to find 5 different types of playing cards. This is the other thing that they purchased. It is a playing card set. There's 2 decks, and then it's got bridge contract score pads on it. And the way I have my bundle set up is if you buy 1 item, it's regular price. If you buy 2, you save 10% off your order. You buy 3, you save 15%. And if you buy 4 items from my store, you get 20% off of your entire order. So this person picked up all of these playing cards from me and saved 20% off of everything they ordered. Now, the thing that's important to know about the bundles are that you're only going to get the best discount that's offered. So if the 20% off your entire order is the best discount, then you're going to get that. If the seller sends an offer to you and that offer is better, or if the items are on sale and that's better, you'll use that discount. but you only get one. The discounts can't be combined or overlapped. I paid about $3 for everything this person bought, and it totaled up to be $63.76 after their 20% bundle discount. Next up, we have an item that came from a highway sale, and this mushroom little salt and pepper shaker was all by itself in a box. I dug forever looking for the other one, never found it, but still decided to purchase it. I paid $1, it sold for $12.71. Next up, I have a lot of 3 paperback books going out, and these all came from the bins, and they are some big books. And I'm not gonna lie, whenever I'm at the bins and I see really thick books that look like they have like a sci-fi or a fantasy theme to them, I definitely take pause if there are multiple ones by the same author, because a lot of times those are probably going to be pretty good selling books. So I take a moment to look them up, and in this case, it did work out well. I paid $0.25 piece, or 75 cents, for these 3 Brandon Sanderson paperbacks. They sold for $20. Somebody sent me an offer and I accepted. Now we have an item that is probably as old as my store is. I found this wall tapestry, Boyd's Bear, American patriotic flag wall decoration thing at the bins a very long time ago, and it was the first Boyd's Bear thing I found, and I thought I was like super lucky, but really not. I paid 50 cents by weight. It sold for $10 after sitting for what, almost 2 years. I thought Boyd's Bears were like an amazing bolo. They're really not. Some can be, but we live and we learn. Now we have this paperback, the I Hate to Cook book, that I also found at the bins for $0.25. Going out, it sold for $9.95. I guess we're just gonna keep on rolling with things I found at the bins. This is also a older item that's been hanging around for quite some time. It is a vintage koozie from Wolf Trap. If you do not know, that is a concert venue in Virginia. It's kind of set up like an old Greek amphitheater. It's like carved into the ground. The acoustics are amazing. I paid $0.25 by weight. It sold for $5. If you ever get a chance to go to Wolf Trap, you definitely should. I saw the Black Crowes perform there, and it was absolutely fantastic. Now we have some flatware going out, and boy is this stuff heavy. I found these in 3 different bags when we were out of town at a Savers thrift store, and they asked $2.99 a bag, but when I looked them up and saw the comps on them, decided, yep, that's worth the investment. So for the 3 bags total, I paid $9.97 for these Bistro black handled silverware. They sold for $59.95. I'm telling you, you don't want to skip out on good flatware. And our very last item going out, sold first thing this morning, is a little PVC figure, this little cherry guy. I tried to figure out what he was from, if it was like a cartoon or a company mascot. Couldn't quite figure it out, but he's from 1988. I paid $0.25 for him at a yard sale. He sold for $4.95. So all of the items you saw in this video cost me $32.96, and they sold for $469.11, which is 14 times our money, but we have a full table, and that's partially to thank for our new bundling system. I love it. Hopefully buyers like it, because they can get a little bit more bang for their buck when it comes to shipping. So now it's all packed up and heading to the post office. We'll see you soon with another video of what's sold.